materialistic goals will only motivate you to a certain degree, but after a while, they will always fade away. It doesn't matter what kind of materialistic item you want, doesn't really even matter what kind of goal you have, but over a certain amount of time, it will always fade away. It might even fade away before you even got the thing that you really, really want to have. So for everyone, all people that try to obtain some kind of item, some kind of materialistic thing, their motivation will only take them so far. It will only take them so far, and many of these people will even feel not that motivated all the time, because it is always optional to a certain degree, and it is never really fulfilling. And that is the most important thing. So yes, I do understand that materialistic items can be used as a motivation, can be used as a motivator. And I myself also sometimes feel the same way about certain things. There are certain things that I really want to have, that I really want to obtain. But it is in fact always about the journey towards that thing, towards obtaining that goal, towards achieving that goal, towards achieving that certain thing. It's always about the journey towards that. The journey towards trying to get that thing, trying to achieve the thing. That is the most fun thing to do, and that is the thing that is motivating. That's also motivating you the most. It's always about that goal or the journey towards the goal. And I can give you a very, very good example of this. And that example is Cristiano Ronaldo, who is still playing football at 30 years of age. Everyone can understand at this moment that for him, it isn't about the money. It isn't about the cars or all things that he can buy with his money. It ain't about it, because if it would be about the money alone, for the money in and of itself, he would have quit long ago. So for people that do have some kind of drive that keeps them going, it is never about the materialistic items. It's always about a higher goal. He must have, I cannot tell you what it is, but there is absolutely something that drives him to go every day and keep going, even at this age. There is always some higher goal. And that is the thing that is most important. That's the thing that will drive you. So that's why it's way more fun or way more motivating if you just want to play a certain game. For him, it is football. He wants to play the game of football. And because he plays the game of football so well, and because he is so committed to playing the game, to going on that journey, that's what's giving him all these kinds of items, money, fame, whatever it is. But that is only because he is so committed and so focused on the game, on the journey. That is what's bringing these people, that's what's driving these people. It's always about the road to get somewhere. That is what is motivating a lot of people, or that's what's motivating everybody. That is the fun thing to do, because in the end, on a deeper level, it is never about the money. Never about the car. There's always something beneath it, and for many people, it is very difficult to find that or to convey whatever it is that you feel deep inside of yourself. It is very difficult for a lot of people, because first of all, you need to understand and be able to explain yourself to a certain degree. Not even to other people, but also to yourself. That's the first thing, and then secondly, you have to dive deep. And it's not something that's very shallow, because when it's shallow, you might understand it a lot better and a lot quicker, but you have to dig deep inside of yourself. And some people find it very quickly. Some people have to go on a trip to find it deep down inside themselves. But I am always almost 100% certain that for people like Cristiano Ronaldo, they know very well what it is, but they have only also find out by diving into themselves, by diving deeper into their feelings, their emotions, and their thoughts. And this is also the same for people that are very wealthy, that are very rich. The people that got very rich, especially the people who have come from the bottom, it ain't about the money in and of itself. There is something higher that they are trying to chase, or that they're running away from. And this is what you see in a lot of people who have grown up in poverty, who have grown up way down below, who didn't have anything, who maybe didn't have anything to eat. These people are driven by the fact that they never want to experience that same thing again. So they are running away from something. But that's also why it's so difficult for a lot of other people who didn't have that, let's say, bad of a grow up. For them, it's a lot harder. That's the same for me. I always had food. My parents always took care of me. I didn't have any kind of fears or anything like that. So for me, it's always a lot more difficult to have that kind of drive than the people that really felt, that really experienced how it felt to not have anything to eat. But there's always some higher goal, or there's always something behind them that's driving them. And that is why it's so important, or that's why I believe that it's so important to think bigger and to think about some overarching goal or some overarching thing that can drive you. What is it that is very important to you? Why? What is so important for you to stay or to get up every day at 5 a.m. and to go after it? That ain't money, that ain't a car, that ain't a watch or whatever. There always has to be some kind of deeper goal. So something that really, really matters to you. And that ain't something that you can find in a few minutes or maybe even in a few hours. That takes, for a lot of people, it takes a lot of time, but you have to dive into it deeper. And if you can, first of all, convey it to yourself in a way where you feel it deep down inside of yourself and you really understand what that thing is, that is when you can focus on playing the game. So for example, for me, I do triathlons. I'm currently again training for an Ironman. I basically hate, for example, cycling. Might not hate it, but I just do not like it. Absolutely do not like it. But for me, the fun is in the fact that I can compete, that I can prove myself again against myself. So I'm doing something of which I am not sure that I can do, where I'm not even might not even be convinced in myself, but I'm just trying to go into it and trying to see if I can get somewhere of which I didn't think I could go. And that is where the fun is, in competing. That's for me at least where the fun is, trying to prove myself wrong, trying to prove to myself that there are things that I couldn't, things that I could do. And it ain't about a medal, because if it would be about gaining a medal or making a photo or picture for my Instagram, that would not drive me, that would not motivate me to get on that bike every day. But it's for me, and that's what I'm trying to convey here, that it is about the journey towards something, and there always has to be a journey. So if you don't know what it is, just keep asking yourself, keep trying to come up with certain things. And also, it isn't wrong to quit something. There's nothing wrong with quitting something. If there is something that you're doing which doesn't fit you, which you don't like to do, why would you even bother trying to go through it and trying to do something which just goes against your nature? There's nothing wrong with quitting something. There's only wrong with not trying something new. So if you are doing something which just doesn't fit you, which doesn't motivate you, and you cannot find an overarching reason or an overarching goal, quit it, try to do something else. And I honestly believe that for a lot of people, or maybe for everyone, there is something deep down inside of themselves that could really drive them, or that is driving them, but you just have to be aware of it and understand it on a deeper level for yourself and be able to convey it to yourself. Because if you can convey it to yourself, that's maybe only the only moment where you can also express your feelings or express your emotions and maybe use them in a certain way to go and get something or obtain something, or to just do something that really drives you from deep inside of yourself. And that is my perspective. That's how I look at it. That's how I try to deal with it and go with it. If you have any questions, share them in the comments. If you have, let us also know how you think about the situation or how you deal with them. Please share them in the comments. And for now, thank you very much for listening.